This one is weird, ladies and gentlemen. There are millions of people in the world that cannot conceive and imagine going to the doctor and trusting the doctor to perform a procedure, an artificial insemination procedure, and later on finding out that the doctor is the father of the child that you have. Now, a Florida woman has been awarded $5.25 million in damages because the doctor did just that, and we're going to talk about it. Greetings, greetings, and salutations to all nations. Ladies and gentlemen,
Greetings,
you know I'm
greetings.
Rastafari, soldier of
Yes,
People's
seasoned
TV, and if
greetings.
this is your first time tuning in,
Hey,
asking you
Roots, man. How
hit
you
that
guys
red
doing out
subscribe
there? We having
button
a good time, man. We're running Fort
and become
Lauderdale
a
Beach.
part of the Rastaman channel. Help me build up this Rastaman panel. Shocking, ladies and gentlemen, a Florida woman impregnated by the doctor's sperm was awarded 5.25 million in damages and injuries. The Florida woman who accused a Vermont doctor of impregnating her with her sperm rather than the donor's was awarded 5.25 million by a federal court jury on Wednesday. The woman is Cheryl Rousseau, was awarded 250,000 in compensation damage and 5 million in punitive damages in the case against Dr. John Coates III, who allegedly inseminated her with his genetic material without her consent. She and her husband, Peter Rousseau, sued Coates in 2018, accusing him of using his sperm during an artificial insemination procedure in March of 1977 at what was then called the Central Vermont Hospital in Berlin, Vermont, according to the complaint. The couple wanted to go through the procedure because they wanted a child, but Peter Rousseau had undergone a vasectomy that could not be reversed. They agreed to do a donor genetic material from a medical student who resembled him and met specific characteristics. Cheryl required, the lawsuit said, but their lives were turned upside down in October of 2018 when the child, then an adult, used a DNA test and found out Coates was her biological father, and complaint started. Coates denied he was the father of the child according to the lawsuit filed. The couple sued Coates in the United States District Court for the District of Vermont, accusing him of medical negligence, fraud, battery, and other offense. Though Peter Rousseau was initially part of the lawsuit, the judge found that failure to prove that he suffered damages and his claims were not considered by the jury, the Associated Press reported. Celestine Lamerne, attorney of Cheryl, said Coates testified under oath during the 2019 deposition that he never used his own sperm in any insemination procedure. But once DNA confirmed he was the genetic father of Rousseau child, which is Cheryl, he admitted to using his own genetic material. You hear what I go on, people? Can you believe this? You go into the doctor wanting a child because your husband or your insignificant other could not perform. And here, the doctor takes it up on himself to insert his genetic material into this woman. It's amazing. Simply amazing. Wednesday's verdict came after 1 day of deliberation. Of course, it's easy. The jury found that Coates failed to disclose that he planted his genetic material into her prior to the procedure. And it caused Cheryl harm. Breach of contract. They had inflicted damages upon her according to the verdict. The jury verdict seemed to send a message. If you are a physician who even think of a moment about using your own genetic material to impregnate a patient, you should stop. Laramie said in a statement to the NBC News on Thursday, without our client courage in bringing this case and her persistent, that message would not have been heard. By this verdict, we hope that other patients will be spared from being deceived by their physician in some of their most vulnerable moments, she said. Peter Jocelyn, a defendant attorney of Coates, told NBC News, also, we are surprised and disappointed with the verdict. I don't know why he would be surprised and disappointed. This man took advantage of this couple, and I believe that the man should be compensated because he paid out his pocket taking care of this child. Amazing that the jury would say he's not affected. Imagine the damage mentally. He needs counseling right now to know that he took care of 40-something-year-old. That's not his. The lawsuit isn't Coates' only legal trouble. He faced a second lawsuit that was filed last year by a Colorado woman who also accused Coates of using his genetic material when he artificially inseminated her in 1978. So you see what a go on here. This is crazy. As a result of the two lawsuits, Coates' medical license was revoked in February by the Vermont Board of Medical Practice. Doggone right. Several lawsuits have cropped up over the past few years with the rise of DNA testing and genetical technology, and has exposed doctors of performing artificial insemination procedure as biological parents. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to be careful when you go to the doctor for these procedures. I mean, Dr. Coates III, you should be ashamed of yourself out there just spreading and sprinkling all your genetic material. Ladies and gentlemen, leave your comment. Let me know if you know of any situation like that, or maybe you think that you've been duped also by a doctor. Do you think that? Or do you know of anyone that might have been sprinkled with the doctor's genetic material? Leave your comment. Share this content here for me and give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. Let me know what you're thinking here. A doctor trusted with artificially inseminating a patient has been found guilty, of sprinkling his genetic material on a Florida woman in 1977, ladies and gentlemen. The woman was awarded $5.25 million. Shocking. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. You know I'm Rastafari Soldier, Year of Deep Roots TV. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Share the content.
Greetings.
Leave a truthful comment.
Greetings.
Or don't say nothing.
Hey, Deep Roots, man.
Yeah,
How
more
you
life
guys
in
doing
the
out
mood,
there?
John.
We having a good
You know that.
time, man. We're right in Fort Lauderdale Beach.
Big up on yourself, you know. Make sure, say, boy, you know, live upright out there. This is an unbelievable story. I had to touch it, people. The Florida woman who accused a Vermont doctor of impregnating her with his sperm after she went in to get artificially inseminated. But she has been awarded with $5.25 million in damages. Almost 50 years later, 45 years later. Now bless up on yourself, your family and friends.
Watching Deep Roots TV.